Hello, everyone. Welcome to this last part of our series discussing the fourth trimester, the different modalities of consideration that you might implement for yourself within the first 40 days, and of course, ways to heal and help your family in this transition. In previous sessions, we have gone through nutrition, healing, talking about the village, who is around you to witness and support you. And in this last part, we're going to talk about rest. Now, sleep is a super touchy subject because most people do not know how they're going to survive with less sleep. And so walking through sleep for the mother, for the parent, we're going to look at what protected sleep is. Now, protected sleep is a time period within 24 hours. So when we're talking about sleep, we're considering the entirety of that calendar day, not just daytime or nighttime. But sometime within that 24 hours, you're going to have an opportunity for protected sleep, which means that you are in a room by yourself without being needed. You can completely turn off. You're getting into a REM. Even if it's 45 minutes, you are not the first one to get up with that baby. No one needs you. No one's going to interrupt you. Pairing off of that idea of protected sleep, we have time boxing. And I hope that you implement something like this for your entire postpartum experience, right? Years and years and years to come, where at some point within 24 hours, you and your partner are taking time to be by yourselves, right? And time to let your brain and your body catch up to what's going on. This might look super different to different people. It might be sleeping. Yeah. It might be having a bath and doing a really nice skincare routine. It might be walking outside to get some coffee at your favorite coffee shop, and maybe taking the dog out because you haven't had one-on-one time with them for a while. And so that time can really vary. It could be 30 minutes, could be a whole weekend, right? You get to decide what's going to be really restorative to you. Remember that sleep loss is cumulative. For the first 2 weeks, you, as the person that birthed the baby, and your partner, if there is a partner, whoever's in it with you, that sleep loss is cumulative, which means the first 2 weeks, you're going to have this extra helper called adrenaline. Week 3, that adrenaline drops off. And so the sleep loss that you have been accruing over the past 2 weeks is going to hit like a dead weight week 3. And this is why, even if you're not super sleepy or you're feeling pretty good, you still want to be really restful, because that adrenaline goes away and we cannot mask the signs and symptoms of exhaustion as well. Things to consider: you might use the 5-5-5 rule. Well, where for 5 days, you are mainly on your bed, on the couch. For the next 5 days, you're around the bed or the couch, right? Doing little short trips, walking around. And the last 5 days that you're able to be more just toddling around the apartment, around the house, maybe doing a nice walk outside. Consider that it is energy to even stand and listen, right? So if you're standing, could you sit down? If you're sitting, could you lay down? If you're laying down, can you close your eyes and listen to the TV, to someone talking to you, versus being really active and tracking eyes? Try to do less. It kind of borrows from this idea of, can that in-person meeting be an online meeting? Can the online meeting be an email? Can the email be a text? If it's just a text, do we really need to say anything at all, right? Can we do the less amount of effort? All right, so the baby is also sleeping, and we really need to take advantage of this sleep. They do sleep up to 16 hours a day. Within 24 hours, out of 24 hours, they're sleeping 16 hours of it. There's plenty of opportunity for you to rest. Plenty. I'm telling you this, plenty. But you have to know how to, actualize it, right? And especially if there's 2 people in your household, these early days, this is the design of the baby mother dyad, is that the baby's resting a lot, baby's breastfeeding a lot, which means the mom has to sit or lie down a lot. How wonderful of a design. When we go against that, we're in for a lot more hurt for a lot more time. They are going to sleep best on you. I do want to go ahead and call out the majority of families around the world do bed share. If you have a crib, if you have 2 cribs, you are in a very privileged position. Most of the world does not have that, right? And so what are they doing? They might use boxes. They might use just bringing baby into the family bed, right? It is a privilege to have specific tools in your household for specific things. All the baby furniture, like we really do need less stuff. Yeah. And so I usually want to address with my clients, with anyone that I meet, that sometimes intentionally or not, we fall asleep with the baby, right? For a second, or when we're doing bed sharing in the proper way with purpose. You can look at the Safe Sleep 7 online from La Leche League. And so we take a harm-reduced approach. So we don't swaddle if we bring baby in the bed. We lay on our sides. We're not having pillows or blankets around the baby. They're in, a larger space for themselves. And both parents, if they're sharing the bed, are really comfortable with it. You can also have baby sleep on your chest, of course. You just want to be laying on the ground without being in like a lazy boy or, a chair or the couch. All right. When we consider the home, we really want to understand what are the needs versus what are the wants. Are there any things that you can really be putting off for a few days, weeks, or months while you focus on the baby? Or can, your partner that's really good at some of these things, can they take total ownership of it? What's going to help you thrive, right? And that, again, might be different than your friend, right? You may have no setup for cooking or food, right? And you just know that's going to be something that you need, not necessarily something that you want to do either. And so how do you wrap around services and, make sure that you're supported during that time with that need? Beautiful. This comes to the end of our 4th part of this series. If you made it this far, I'm super proud of you. If you have questions, you want to, continue the conversation, I offer in-home and virtual support, in-home here in New York City and virtual anywhere around the world. I love international clients. I love global clients. And so, if having a doula, birth doula, postpartum doula, lactation consultant in your pocket sounds good, reach out. You can go through my website here listed, which is happinessbirth.com. Thanks so much for being here with me. And I hope that you have a safe and beautiful and nourishing postpartum. Happy 4th trimester.